What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel on an absolutely beautiful day out here for some more RC fun. I've actually got some more monster truck action for you. I've got an unboxing and a little speed test and first test run of this Team Associated MT12 Plus LUX 4x4. I actually picked this up a month or so ago. They had a really good deal going on it at A-Main, so I went ahead and grabbed it about the same time as I grabbed those first TRX4, so I didn't know what I really wanted at the time. After I got this, I kind of got to looking and realized that this was a new version than what I had kind of looked at. They've had the standard MT12 non-plus version out for a while with a standard kind of pickup body and a van body, but this one is updated with a few little changes. I saw quite a few people saying that it was underpowered to be a monster truck, and I don't doubt that because, you know, the TRX4 MT called itself a monster truck and it was really, really underpowered. I think maybe another reason people aren't real crazy about this is it doesn't seem like a whole lot of aftermarket support as far as add-ons and stuff. There are a few things that I've found, but nothing like those TRX4Ms. But maybe this Plus edition fixed some of those problems. One of the main things it just did a couple little changes. The power plant, it's got a bigger motor in it, changed some of the center of gravity around on the chassis, and it's got a little bit longer wheelbase. So all of those changes have to add a little bit of something to it. But what I want to do today is take it inside and we'll unbox and check out what it comes with and take a quick look at it. I'll go out front on my driveway and do a speed test like I did with them other ones, and then we'll do a little test run out here on the track. But I'll give you a quick look at the box art before we head in, since it's tight quarters in there. I know some people probably don't care about looking at the box, but I always think the box art's pretty nice. This one's got some nice stuff on it. That right there shows some of the new features, mostly existing features, but some of the specs and all. Over here it's got like your wheelbase and all that good stuff. We'll talk about that inside too, but pretty nice looking box art. So let's take it on inside and open it up and get a closer look. All right, let's get this thing unboxed and go over it right quick so we can have some fun with it. A couple little seals on the bottom here. It's always really nice unboxing a brand new RC for sure. There you see your truck there, and then all your accessories and stuff in this little box. Got another little box inside the little box. So that one's got your little tool kit. Looks like a tool kit. Couple little extra screws there, a couple Allen keys, your battery strap, and then your little binding plug. Then you've got your 1500 milliamp lithium ion battery here, and then the little USB charger. I actually picked up an extra battery to a 1600 milliamp, same brand here, LiPo. And then of course, last thing in this box is gonna be our transmitter. So it looks like we get their XP120 2-channel radio here. I'm assuming this is like their basic model, but it does pretty much have all the functions you're going to want. It's got steering and throttle, reverse and normal there. Plus it's got dual rate and trim for steering and throttle. So that's really nice for just a basic radio. There's your on off right there. So I think that's a nice little radio. You even got a fake disc and caliper in there. Now, of course, the only thing it doesn't include to be 100% ready to run are the AA's for your transmitter here. But enough of the boring part. Let's check out the truck here. You got a little piece of cardboard on the top, and then it should just lift right out. It looks like it's got some kind of little box there on the bottom. I think that's empty though, just to keep it from rolling around. So let me get all this stuff off. Nothing really to peel here. They've just got a bag over this one. So let me get all this stuff off. And here she is, y'all. Really sharp looking. I think that paint scheme on that thing looks really cool. Obviously, I think we all know what they're going for here as far as the look. A Toyota Hilux, the shape and the style of it, and the color scheme even. Definitely, you can tell what they're going for. I will say this is starting to feel like more of the RCs that I messed with back in the day, as far as just having a standard Lexan body like that painted, and the regular old body clips there. As you can see, a couple body clips front and rear, and it is a Lexan body like I said. Very nice color scheme on it though, although all of this is just a decal. I mean, the whole entire thing is one big decal. The Associated, all of this entire side graphic is a decal, but still cool looking anyway. You got a nice little bumper guard up there. You do have the molded plastic roll bar here. I believe you can fit LEDs in this, unless those are just covers. Maybe these are, oh yeah, there are covers. There's covers that come off. You can put a LED kit in there if you want to. That's pretty neat. But the roll bar is the only hard plastic part on this body. I know the other truck one, and I think the van came with some hard mirrors and maybe some other hard little plastic parts, but this one here is totally, I'm assuming this is Lexan polycarb, and it's got the hard plastic roll bar. But let's take a look under the hood and see what we got going on. Now, like I mentioned at the start of this one is actually longer than the original version, the non-plus 9+, it's right at about a 1/2 inch. This one, the wheelbase on it is 15.47, where the regular is 14.96. So right at a 1/2 inch, not just total length, but the wheelbase too. So I'm assuming that being the case, maybe not though. Maybe you've got enough length on this slider right here where it works with either wheelbase, even just a 1/2 inch longer. But you would think that bare minimum, you would need longer lengths, but I'm not sure if it's the same lengths or not. Now, a couple of the other differences from this Plus model from the original, for those of y'all who are already familiar with the original, unfortunately, I don't have that one to compare, so I can just tell you what this one is, and you can check out some other info. I didn't see much info at all on this Plus online, and just a little bit as far as the first one, just kind of some general review run. But as far as the new stuff here, again, the wheelbase has got a longer wheelbase. You've got a larger motor in this one, so you've got a 400 size motor. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see up in there, but you can see a Reedy Power Sport 400 motor, where the other one was a 380. So larger motor, should give you some more wheel speed. They're saying 3,300 RPM out of this right here. I looked and couldn't find any RPM on the original 380, so maybe y'all can. And then they gave you a double capacity battery with it too. You got that 1500 that I showed you. The original was 800 in the non-plus, and I've also got, again, a 1600 LiPo for it. And then the other change that I know for sure that they made is the anodized battery tray back here. They've got it on the rear now, where on the non-plus it's up here on the front, so you definitely changed your balance. So I'm assuming that's why they gave it a little longer wheelbase, and this one now has a wheelie bar included on it where the non-plus doesn't. Now those are the changes that I know for sure that they made. There's a couple of other ones I'm not sure about, so those of y'all with the original non-plus version, maybe you can tell me. One of those are, they're claiming that they have a steel ring and pinion in the diff now. So I actually ordered, I've got a habit of basically ordering extra parts when I get something, so I actually ordered an extra MT12 diff set here. And you can see this ring gear is obviously plastic. So I don't know if the original ones, the non-plus, are plastic ring and pinion. So if they are, that's another difference on here. This one does have ring and steel ring and pinion, or so it says in the documentation. But other than that, I believe it's all the same. Now these shocks are a different color, but I think they're the same other than that. The other ones that I saw, the non-plus, had blue caps and blue caps on the bottom there. These are threaded and everything, but I'm pretty sure they're just plastic. There's some documentation descriptions that says aluminum threaded shocks, but I'm pretty sure these are threaded, obviously, but I'm almost positive they're plastic. I'll have to take a look. And I actually kind of hope they are plastic, because I won't feel like I wasted my money on this right here. These are actually aluminum threaded bodies, caps, top caps and everything. To convert these over to aluminum, they're red colored. I actually got these, they were on sale when I picked this up, so I went ahead and grabbed them because I thought these were plastic, and I'm pretty sure they are plastic. I've got the battery charging now, so I'm gonna get that charged, and I'm gonna go out there and blow some of them leaves off the track right quick, and then we'll head outside and get a speed run on it and a little quick test run. All right, I got us out here in the driveway to get us a little speed test on it. Right now, I've got the 1500 milliamp lithium ion that came with it. I'm gonna do a run with that and do a run with this LiPo to 1600. Shouldn't be much difference, I'm assuming, maybe a little bit with the LiPo. What I can tell you is it's pretty snappy, just trying to get it out here and get my steering trimmed out, but let's see what it does. So, oh, it can definitely flip over forward. It's got some brakes on it. So yeah, it probably is a little faster than that MT. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, I got 14 now. 14 downhill means it's gonna be about 13 uphill. So let me reset this, and I'll start from coming uphill and get a good clean uphill run. All right, this is coming uphill, so this should be accurate here. I mean, it's got some brakes on it, buddy. So yeah, 13 mile an hour right there. So 13 uphill, 14 downhill. Let me see if I can get that 14 again. I'm sure I can, without flipping it. Whew. So yeah, it's definitely faster than the TRX4. Maybe just because it's so big, it doesn't seem like it. And yeah, 14 again. So I'm gonna switch over and put that LiPo and see what it does. I figured I better show y'all first before I switch it over. So there you go, 14 mile an hour. That's on the lithium ion 1500 milliamp. All right, I got it switched over to that 1600 LiPo now. So remember, it was 14. Ooh, I think that does feel faster already. It was 14 downhill, 13 uphill with the lithium ion. that sounds like that, the tone of the motor sounds a little higher right there. No, it's still 14. Let's make sure of that. Woo, I mean, just a little bit of brake going downhill and that thing's coming over. We actually hit 15 on that one. Let me show y'all. There you can see 15 on that one. Now that was downhill a little further than I went with the other two. So I'd say we're looking at about 14 with this. Now, as far as just how it feels, it definitely feels pretty peppy. I mean, I could lift the wheels from a standstill pretty good, I'm sure. Let's get out there and see how far I can wheel it from a standstill. Yeah, so that's a pretty good wheel. I'm sure I could do it really easy uphill. Let's see what we can do here. So it don't hold the wheelie though. It comes down from that wheelie pretty quick. So I can see why somebody might want a little more, but for a monster truck, I mean, for monster truck purposes, I think this is just plenty right here, but we'll get it back there on the dirt track and see what happens back there. All right, y'all, I'm gonna switch it up today and go with a mobile head cam instead of my different views. Plus I've got my onboard cam. I do have one stationary cam over there. Y'all can see me wrecking it up already, of course. This definitely feels more stable as far as not wanting to roll out here, but this track is so loose. If I could stay straight, I might could do something out here. Let's get over here where I can see what I'm doing. I'll make a few laps here and then, make a few laps and then we'll go in the middle and do a little jumping. So it jumps nicely, actually. Ooh, my track is so loose. I hate to keep making excuses, but my track is super loose. Let's make a couple of jumps out here, see what we can do here. I set this old wooden ramp up that I had from way back when I used to do the RC thing. See, if I can hit that straight, I think my landing ramp's in a good distance, but let's see if I can get this thing here. I'm rusty, y'all, so you gotta give me a little leeway here. No, I might need to move that ramp up just a little bit for now. But you can see this thing, I mean, it does nice burnouts, little spin outs and stuff. Whereas the MTs, they had a hard time doing that because of the lock diffs. This thing tumbles nicely too, though, when it does. I mean, I guess I shouldn't want to tumble, but you can see it tumbles pretty nicely. Yeah, my ramp is definitely a little too far, I think. All right, I moved it up a little bit closer. Let's see if I can at least land one on my lander down there. All I did was just dump out some bags of dirt that I had. Ooh, I missed the ramp just about right there. See what happens. I better not do that. I tell you what, this track is so loose out here. You can see, look how that thing's spinning out. You definitely don't have to worry about being able to spin with this and do little burnouts. I could almost do a backflip on the face of that little lander I've got right there, I think. See what happens if I hit this. Oh, that was not good. All right, y'all, let's try that again. I definitely should not have done that. I cracked a little plastic mounts on that big old front bumper sticking out. No big deal. I'll put some super glue on it just so it don't fall off. That was dumb. That ramp's not high enough going that way. Let's try to hit it again this way. Oh, my camera popped off again. All right, let's try this one more time. I actually mounted it a little different. I went ahead and put a mount on it. Not really how I want it, but I think it'll do for now. Finish out this video anyway. Yeah, at least it didn't pop off there. See if I can make a few clean laps. And I run up on the rail. Whoo, this track is just so loose, y'all. I mean, this thing's got some nice power to it, though. You can see, even with this loose track, I mean, it wants to pull to the front wheel. If it was not loose like this, it would be wheeling like crazy for sure. I mean, y'all saw it out there in the driveway. When I get on it, it wants to pull right for sure. I can tell because that front right tire is lifting, so it's pulling on me. It's a nice jumper though. You can see nice and smooth actually. I like that. It lands really nice. It doesn't bounce like the TRXs do. Even when I don't land good, it still lands pretty nice. Like I say, as soon as I hit that gas on that loose stuff over there, it just goes right big time. My trim's set straight. It's just when I gas it like that, it just pulls right so bad. See, I mean, it's just loose right there. If I give it the slightest bit of throttle, well, that was a nice one right there. Do one more lap and then we'll go back to the middle for a few jumps. I think I'm gonna make a little course like this for these kind of monster trucks, like some wooden obstacles, and so I can do some flips. I almost could probably do a flip on the face of this lander right here, but really don't want to try it. I mean, you can do some nice burnouts with this thing. So I think this is really what a monster truck should be. I think it's just right. I mean, just enough speed for sure. Torque could be a little better. My camera went crooked. I might actually try to gear it down a little bit. Really top speed, I mean, top speed is nice for sure, and I like to measure it and all, but for the purpose of these monster trucks like this, but honestly though, this one could probably make a little good basher. I was gonna say, you know, you're not talking about, that was a nice jump. You're not talking about really a basher, but this thing actually seems pretty sturdy, really kind of solid, so I don't know. Yeah, I got it now, nice smooth jumps there. As long as I can get traction and get a straight run at that ramp. Oh yeah, that was a nice one. I wanted to kind of see if I could flip on the face of this right here. Nah, not near steep enough. If I could make it taller and steeper though, I believe I could do a flip on the face of it. But yeah, I'm pretty doggone happy with this thing. Like I say, for what it is, I think it's a great little monster truck for sure. And it could probably be a decent little basher. Up, knock the camera off. All right, y'all, I'm gonna call it right there for a pretty fun first outing with this Associated MT12 Plus. Now, like I mentioned at the start, I don't have the original non-plus version of this, so I don't know how improved or not this is. What I can say is this is a fun little truck for sure. Now, if you're already used to incredibly fast RCs and, you know, 6S, 8S, this probably ain't gonna be all that fun for you. But as for a monster truck and the purpose of a monster truck, I think it's almost perfect. It could use a little bit more low-end torque, probably just because it's so loose out here. I can't pop wheelies good out here because in the driveway y'all saw it did, but it kind of went back down pretty fast. So a little bit more low-end will be fine with me, because as far as top speed, I think this is plenty of top speed for a monster truck. As far as durability, nothing out here broke at all other than this front bumper mount right here, which was totally my fault. Y'all saw me just slam into the ramp. However, I'll have to say there's only two little mounts holding that thing on right there, so that's probably inevitable. And I did order some extra plastic parts because I just always do. I know something's gonna break, but I can't remember if they had this bumper or if I ordered this bumper. It may be different from the other two. If it's the same, I probably did order it. If not, I'll have to hunt it down. So let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this little monster truck. Any of y'all out there actually have this Plus or the original version? Let me know what you think about both of them. If you did enjoy the video, take a second, if you would, and hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help grow the channel, so I really do thank y'all for that. I appreciate the heck out of all the support so far from all of y'all. I've got a lot of fun stuff on the way. I've actually got a couple of really good eBay RC deals that I got, so stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, y'all keep on having fun.